Hey guys, this is IX with Rollout Reviews bringing you another Crossfight Beat-'em-on review. This time it is the CB-63 Magazine Stabilizer. So we'll set this off to the side and take a look at the card really quick. It is a dual type tune-up gear and it gives 5 control and 2 rapid fire to our Beat-'em-on. Shows off all of the features there. If we take a look at the front, we can see the instructions, how to put it together, and how to attach it. Now it doesn't come with any stickers, so let's jump right in. Here's the magazine stabilizer, and the design is super cool. I love all the details back here. Now, first things first, it does have the feature where you can store bolts in the bottom, just like all of the other stabilizers. And just like all the other stabilizers, it really serves no purpose other than storage. I'm not a huge fan of this gimmick, but it is there if you want it. So, this can attach to your earlier Crossfight Beat-'em-on. It functions as a power block and actually does have the little latch, being one of the later tune-up gear in the line. So to do that, we have to slide this off and just set that off to the side really quickly, and then pull this piece out. We won't be needing this. So, if we say want to attach it to something like Rev device, obviously it's not going to be as solid because it's not compatible with this little latch. Anything after Force Drag Run, though, should be at least a little bit more solid in theory. But we'll pull the power block off and replace it with this. And if we slide this back on, you can see, well, it's not very solid. This is not recommended. Just like the normal stabilizer works really well with these guys, but not so well with Emblem Charge Beat-'em-on, this is the opposite case. So, oh well. But if we attach it to something a bit more suitable, like Sonic device, we actually do need this piece. So we slide that into place, just like so. We plug this on, and you can see there's little hooks there that latch into the bottom section. And then we can take our tool, and that'll help us lock the bottom piece in place. And then we can slide this back on. And there it is, and it's pretty secure. My biggest problem with this stabilizer is just the fact that there's so much stuff up here. Now, it does utilize that space. All of this plastic is not wasted, but it does make it a little bit tricky to get to the trigger. Unless you have an elongated trigger on your core, it really makes anything like a trigger pad kind of impossible. And that's a little unfortunate, but it's definitely worth it for how well this works. So first off, it has this little ramp attachment piece. It's sort of a dual name because it stabilizes magazines, yes, but it's also a stabilizer that is a little bit of a magazine as well. So this little trough section allows you to load an extra 2 marbles, and that's a cool little added bonus. This one does roll around just a little bit, but it doesn't have any problems loading into the core. It also has a much more open space, which allows you to sort of more leisurely drop the marbles in like that. So yeah, that's very cool. But if we slide this section out, we can pull this piece out like that, and there actually is storage for this. There's a little groove there, and this, well, plugs in place, and that's cool. I like that. However, it doesn't work very well. The attachment isn't very solid, but I guess it's the thought that counts. It keeps you from losing this as easily, I suppose. But from here, we can attach a magazine. So let's do that, and then we slide this into place, and it supports it from the bottom, and that is where the magic of this stabilizer lies, because it really does offset the weight, brings it a little more forward than so much back, and it's extremely solid. We'll show that off here in a second, but it works hand in hand with anything like the Cyclone magazine here, or the System magazine, where if you buy multiples, you can just continue to stack them on top of each other. And at a certain point, you have a ridiculous amount of marbles that become so heavy that you can't even attach it to the back of the B-Daman's head anymore solidly without it falling off. This supports that and really helps. I like it. I like it a lot. So let's test its worth as a stabilizer. Let's load this up at full capacity and see how well it does. So far, so good. And there we go. As you can see, it is dead solid. This is incredibly impressive. No wobble whatsoever. This is by far the best stabilizer in the Crossfight line out of the, 3 of them? Oh well. Now, on top of that, it's also compatible with, well, the stabilizer modular system. You can take these sections from the dash stabilizer and these sections from the normal stabilizer and plug them on the back here. And if you have multiples of either of those, you can continue to stack back, just like you could with the modular magazines. And something like this could probably support even a twin magazine with 7 different other attachments. It's really great, but I don't think it's very needed. It's there if you want it, and it definitely looks super cool. Very impressive. I am in love with this stabilizer. That is about it. So, this is IXRoll at IX, signing off.